Hi everybody, my name is Matt Eisenhood and I'm a customer experience specialist and builder here at Supertramp Campers. Welcome back to another installment of our YouTube how-to series. Today we're going to be discussing our proprietary bracket system and how to safely load and unload the camper. The first time that you do this, it'll probably take about 45 minutes, but after some practice you'll be able to get that down to about 15 to 20 minutes. Our engineering team has developed a proprietary mounting system that utilizes your factory bed bolts to securely and safely mount the camper in the bed of the truck. On install day, our team will install these front brackets and the rear brackets here, along with some bed mats to properly space the camper in the back of the truck. So with that being said, let's get this puppy loaded up. Some of the tools that you're going to need will be a ratchet, an extension, a 9/16 socket, the included drill chuck, and a torque wrench set to 15 foot-pounds. As you can see, we're doing this loading process on an unfinished truck bed just to give you a little bit more visibility on the bracketing system and how everything works together. Now that we have our tools ready to go, we can go ahead and start to bolt the jacks on the camper. We're going to begin by removing the cover plate. With the cover plate removed, now you can begin to bolt the jack onto the camper. It helps to have a friend hold the jack up for you, but you can do this by yourself. One thing that helps, you can put your foot under the jack, lift it up to where the holes align, and then start your bolts by hand. Once you have all your bolts snug, you can go ahead and grab your torque wrench and begin to torque the bolts down to 15 foot-pounds. Making sure that all 4 jack feet are contacting the ground, we're going to start here in the front of the camper. We're going to do 5 cranks on each jack, working around the camper until it's up to a sufficient height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you have a buddy to help, you can work in the front of the camper, working in increments of 10 cranks in the front, 10 cranks in the back until you work the camper up to a sufficient height. So now that we have the camper raised up in the air, here's a few things to keep in mind. Number 1, take a quick measurement of your truck bed to ensure that the forward mounting pins will clear the top of the bracket. Number 2, take a look at the angle of the camper. Make sure that it's either flat or slightly leaned backwards to avoid the cab over portion possibly contacting the cab of the truck. And number 3, and most importantly, at this point, do not walk under the camper for any reason. So as you start the loading process, there's a few things to keep in mind. Go ahead and back her up, Jared. We're gonna make sure that these forward pins here are gonna clear the top of these brackets. We're gonna keep an eye on our rear brackets here, making sure that we're nice and aligned. And we're going to keep an eye on the rear tires here coming right past the jacks. We want to make sure that we're not going to contact the jacks. And we're just going to sight down the side of the camper, making sure that we're totally aligned on both sides. Looks like we are. Hold up, Jared. Once we get to about this point, we're going to walk it back up to the front. We're going to make sure that our pins are going to clear. We're going to make sure that we're good left to right. And then we're going to keep on coming back. Come on back. So as you can see, hold up. As you can see here, our pins are directly over their slot to slide down into, so that tells us that we're far enough forward to backward. Looking back here one more time, we're totally lined up here. The camper's going to slide down. I'm just going to look at this side to make sure. That's going to pop right down. We're aligned and we're ready to start lowering. So at this point, you've backed up, you've checked your alignment. If for some reason the camper is not properly aligned, do not attempt to shift the camper. This puts a lot of unnecessary stress on the jacks and can injure you and others. So this one's lined up properly. We're going to begin to lower the jacks. To do that, we're going to start in the rear, and it's the same process as raising it. We're going to do 10 cranks down in the rear, 10 cranks down in the front. The whole time, keeping an eye on our pins and keeping an eye on our alignment back here to ensure that it sits down nicely on the truck bed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm off. So now that we have the jacks run up, we can remove them from the camper and reinstall the cover plates. With the cover plates reinstalled, we can now attach the fast guns to the rear. Simply loop it into the supplied bracket, close that down, install the safety pin, and you're good to go. Lastly, we can plug in our DC-DC wire, our backup camera wire, and we're good to go. For unloading, it's the exact same procedure as loading, just do all the steps in reverse. Be sure that your pins are high enough to clear your brackets, and be sure to unplug all your electrical connections. We really appreciate you stopping in and watching this video, and we hope that it helped you gain a better understanding of how to load and unload the flagship LT. As always, drop us a line if you ever have any questions. Now get out there and go do some camping.